What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be playing some early season ladder using the deck that finished #1 in the world last season. So this might be surprising to you guys, but believe it or not, PEKKA somehow finished #1 in the world last season, which proves that no matter the meta, it's always going to be viable with the right hands and the person playing it. So Poison the last couple months has been better than Fireball inside of PEKKA, and the person who finished #1 last season is using minions instead of Magic Archer, so I guess that's good for you guys who are free to play anyways. Before we head to the first game, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. So it's beginning the season, obviously. Season just reset a few hours ago, so only made it to, climbed up to League 2, just only played a couple games, but let's go ahead, go into the first game here and push up even more. So we're against Bo Wen here. Let's go ahead and unmute. So minions, I think, are definitely better inside of PEKKA after the buff they received. They have a ton of DPS now. If you guys remember, they got a 15% damage buff, both the minions and the minion horde, which is why I think minions are without a doubt better than Magic Archer right now inside of the deck. So he's using Mega Knight, which is perfect because we of course do have PEKKA for that. And my last video, actually, I got your guys' opinion on the new editing, and it was about 50-50, I would say. About half the people said that the editing in my last video was good. The Sparky video, if you guys want to check it out for reference. But with that being said, there were many people who didn't like it and preferred the, normal editing that I normally do. But with that being said, the main complaints people had were that the face cam was too zoomed in. So this time, let me know what you guys think of it now. Now, do you guys think it's better than before now that the screen is larger, but the face cam isn't as zoomed in, and you guys can actually see the next card? So those were the two main things that I made sure to tell my editor to address. But now with those two things taken care of, let me know if you guys prefer this style now over the other one, so the screen's larger, or if you guys still like the other one. Just let me know. Maybe it takes some time to getting used to, because people are so used to the one that I normally had that maybe it'll take a couple weeks to get used to this one. But I was hoping that, like, long term it would overall be better for people who are complaining about the screen being too small and it's just a better viewing experience. But just let me know what you guys think. Anyway, let's get back to the game here. This guy's running Hog, which Hog usually does pretty good against PEKKA, but that was a really bad Hog in my opinion because I already played the PEKKA for his mini PEKKA, so it just gave it a ton of value. So we're definitely going to go for a counter push here. We're going to go ahead and poison the Firecracker. Firecracker's also a very annoying card to play against when you're running PEKKA because the poison doesn't do that great against it. Firecracker, though, is pretty off meta, I would say, so I at least don't play against it that much, but when you do play against it in certain matchups, it certainly can be pretty annoying. So we're going to go for an E-Wiz here. The Hog may get one shot on the tower. Yeah, it does get one, but things look a lot better than they did when the match first started, that's for sure, because we did deal a good amount of damage in the opposite lane. So I just go for a PEKKA here on top of his Mega Knight. He's going to go for a Firecracker. I'm going to poison this, the Dark Goblin, as well as the Firecracker. That was a pretty bad mini PEKKA, in my opinion, by him. We're going to go for a Battle Ram here. We're going to go for minions. Get ready to zap if he ends up going in for a Goblin Gang. He actually has arrows, so this guy actually has a full-on, I would say, pretty big counter here, not going to lie, because he has the arrows as well for our minions, and it looks like, though, we might be able to win this one. Yeah, we do end up taking his tower, so a really nice win there, because I would say that was definitely not a good matchup at all, because he had arrows for our minions. The Firecracker was a really annoying card to deal with, as you could tell, and even though we did have PEKKA for his Mega Knight, I just feel like all the other cards in his deck ended up getting a lot of value, but luckily we were able to get the win. We played pretty smart after the beginning there, where he ended up getting a lot of damage, and we were able to have a pretty nice comeback. So yeah, one of the wall breakers will connect, because I played it a little late. To be fair, though, I didn't, expect him to go wall breakers first play. There wasn't really, I mean, it would have been pretty hard to react very quickly to it, especially when it's the first set wall breakers of the game, and you're not anticipating them because you don't know the deck yet. But luckily, we do get the Ghost to connect, and we also have PEKKA for the Valkyrie there, which is going to be a pretty good trade for us. I just decided to poison take out the Dark Gob because it's pretty annoying. He likely can deal with this. Oh, wow, it's another person running Mega Knight, so 2 Mega Knights in a row. I guess there is, a lot of people who run them in mid-ladder, and because this is early season, I guess that explains why we are playing against, or we're going to be playing against Mega Knight quite a lot this video compared to when I'm, just normally playing, top ladder or something like that. So I guess might be good for you guys. You're able to like relate to the, opponents and the decks I'm playing against this video. So yeah, I guess that's good. So we just go Bandit here. I was trying to get it to dash on the Valk so then we could get it to dash on the tower, but unfortunately that didn't work out for us. We do get the Bandit to connect though. It's getting loads of damage on the tower. I guess he didn't have any... What just happened there? So he just zapped nothing. That was a little interesting. We'll go ahead and give him the hog thinking emote there just because, like, I don't really know what that was. We'll just go Battle Ram. It's like a little aggressive, but he might go Mega Knight on it and I can just go for a PEKKA, but yeah, I don't really know what this guy's doing. I guess he just gave up maybe. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and 3-crown him maybe and go on to the next one. I'm not really sure what happened because like he just kind of gave up out of nowhere, but alright, there we go. So yeah, he did give up as I said, so we just get a 3-crown there. To be honest, we probably would have won anyway even without him giving up, but I'll take it. I guess it just, saves me a little bit of time, so I'm not complaining. I don't know what he was doing though. Okay, so we're in our next one here. We got Bandit, we got Battle Ram, PEKKA, Minions. So the nice thing about this deck is you can pretty much always make the first play with it, but of course he made it way easier for us by just going Battle Ram at the bridge first play of the game, so we just go for a PEKKA on top of that. And he's going to go for a PEKKA as well, so I guess this is probably going to be a mirror match. I'm just going to Bandit at the bridge in the other lane because what I'm trying to do is get him to have to respond to the Bandit so that way I can go Minions on the PEKKA and take it out without him having a ton of support behind it. He goes in for his own minions, but because mine was able to take out the PEKKA quick enough, we don't really have to worry about them too much. You can just zap them away. And let's see what this guy wants to do now. Okay, so we're going to just go for a PEKKA on top of the Battle Ram. I know we got that Ghost to address, but the Battle Ram was more important. I obviously didn't really want to go for a PEKKA on top of a Ghost because the Battle Ram would have gotten way more damage than the Ghost got right there. So that was definitely the smart decision. He's going to go for a nice PEKKA in the middle there to distract the Bandit and also kill our PEKKA. So, I mean, I might go for either Minions or Ewas on that. We could also try to kite that in the other lane with a Battle Ram. Yeah, let's actually do that. That's probably the best play just because then it forces a response out of him here. Maybe we go for a poison. Let's just kind of see what he wants to do. If he went for Minions, I would poison, but because he just decided to zap there, I'll just zap his Ewas. And he goes Minions. They came down a little late, so we actually get some solid damage there. He's going to go for a Bandit, so let's go for a Ghost on top, and that should be able to fully counter everything. In fact, the Ghost might even, yeah, nice, stay alive to get a shot on his tower if he doesn't address it. And it looks like he doesn't, so we have a pretty small lead at this point here. We're doing pretty well in this mirror match, I would say. He, for whatever reason, lets the Bandit connect. What is going on here? Did this guy also lose connection? Is this common? Let me know in the comments, because it's the second game in a row where someone's lost connection. Like, at top ladder, this, like, almost never happens. I would say it's, like, 1 in 100 games, but for whatever reason, I feel like when I'm, like, playing, like, kind of like what you would call mid-ladder, it happens, like, maybe, like, it almost seems like 1 in 5 games. That's probably a little bit of a stretch. Maybe it's, like, 1 in 10, but I feel like it's way, way more common by, like, such a margin. But either way, we were kind of, like, outplaying him anyway. So, like, I don't know if it makes me sound, like, too arrogant, but I feel like we probably would have won, like, even if he didn't lose connection. The main, like, strategy in the mirror match is you want... Okay, this is... Why have we played against so many people running Dark Goblin this video? I know it's good, but this is literally the 3rd Dark Goblin we played against. Like, it's good, but it's not that good, you know? Either way, we are against Logbait here, and Logbait does do quite good against PEKKA, so I'm not liking the looks of this so far, but let's see what we can do, I guess. I'm curious if he's got the Mighty Miner variation, or if he's using Minions, potentially. I guess we'll find out. Or, sorry, not Minions, I meant to say, like, not, like, Knight or Valkyrie. I'm kind of sick if you guys couldn't tell, so my commentating is probably a little bit off this video, but hopefully that's alright. So he just played a cannon into that, so that was not the best play. We can go in because now he just used his cannon, so he's probably forced to go for a Goblin Gang, And the Goblin Gang is not good when you have a Ghost down. You can see he wasn't even able to play it because he knew the Ghost would just destroy it because of the splash. And look at that, we get the Battle Ram on top of the tower, and this already tower down, and probably already GG. And is he going to give up? Okay, finally we get someone who doesn't just give up immediately. Thank God. I mean, I wouldn't complain if he was giving up, but I just feel like it might be kind of boring to have every person give up in the video. But I mean, hey, when that's just what happens when you outplay them, they just have to give up, you know? What else are they supposed to do? I mean, not really, right? Like I would try to do everything I can to come back, especially if it's a serious game, but I guess we're talking first day of the season here, right? So we'll go minions here on the Mighty Miner. Just go for a Ghost on top of the Goblin Gang. And yeah, I think at this point, since we pretty much already won for sure, we might as well just try to get more crowns here. Maybe even go for the 3 crown. So let's go for a PEKKA here. That was a horrible cannon. Yeah, this guy is all over the place right now on defense. I feel like he really does not know what he's doing. He's had a really hard time defending here. That Battle Ram will charge, connect to the tower. PEKKA might potentially 3 crown him. Yes, that will, because it's going to put us in zap range. So it's going to be a nice win there against Logbait. Definitely a bad matchup, but that guy is probably an inexperienced bait player. There's a lot of people trying out Mighty Miner bait for the first time because it is, you know, so good in this meta. I believe Riley actually finished 3 accounts in the top 8 with Mighty Miner bait, which is kind of absolutely ridiculous, but also shows how broken it is. So we're going to go for a Ghost on the Fire Spear here. We'll play, these games went by pretty quick, especially because of the rage quits, so we'll definitely play a couple more games here, maybe one more after this one, we'll see. So this guy's laughing here, not sure why. Maybe he doesn't like the sign of that PEKKA. That Firecracker's going to be annoying, as you saw in the first game. But let's see what we can do here. Skellies are really good against the PEKKA, distracting it. He's still going to have to drop something else, though. Maybe a zap. I was trying to get the PEKKA to hit the tower, but he does get a Golden Knight down. That's kind of unlucky that he played it. Oh, wow. Did you see that Ewiz? It, like, chained on the corner? That was weird. So really bad start. This is looking like a pretty horrible matchup, though, to be fair. He's got a lot of annoying cards. Like, so first of all, the barrel, obviously. The skeletons get a lot of value against PEKKA as well, and the Firecracker. So those 3 cards definitely getting him a lot of value this match. Yeah, and he's got a super fast cycle as well, so all those things combined definitely making this really difficult. But we'll see if we can somehow come back. I'm going to poison this again. Maybe we can come back and double. I'm not really sure. He's also beginning to. I might have to mute. We'll see. We'll go for a Battle Ram here. Oh, yeah, this is a really hard counter. I didn't realize he had a building as well. So, yeah, this is pretty tough. Obviously. So this will probably be our first loss here. I don't mind losing to this because I think this is a pretty fat counter. And no one really runs decks like this either. It's just one of these kind of like off-meta mid-ladder decks that you play against. We'll go for that Battle Ram here. I'm just muting because he's annoying with the emotes. But yeah, obviously super hard counter here. Even with him playing pretty badly, he was able to win by a pretty decent amount. But I promise you guys right now, that deck he was running, whatever that was, no one uses that garbage. It's pretty much like just the type of thing you're only going to face on mid-ladder, and no one good is going to run something like that. Because what even is that? It's basically like a firecracker cycle deck with like 2.1. Like, he's probably trolling. As he had decent stats as well, so he's probably trolling. No one would actually run a deck like that. He's probably messing around early season. But decks like that do really good against PEKKA. He's got a building for the Battle Ram, all the bait that we can't really deal with, quick cycle. But Mighty Miner bait is a bit easier because you got Ewiz and you got PEKKA, which are going to be better against the Mighty Miner. So all good, we lose to on like a nearly impossible matchup, I would say. We're just gonna pressure here because he decided to pump up, and yeah, we're already gonna take his tower, so at least we're gonna win this one pretty easily, even though we lost that last game. I assume this is probably Golem or Egiant, most likely, because he's got that elixir collector. It wouldn't be 3 Musketeers, at least I don't think, because he's using the Phoenix, which would like never be used with 3 Musketeers. Just waiting on him to drop that, you know, E-Giant maybe, the Golem. Let's see what he's got. And there's the E-Giant, so we just go PEKKA right on top. He's going in really aggressively, but it's honestly going to be pretty easy to defend. We'll just zap the E-Giant so it gets even less damage on top of the tower. And the Phoenix egg should be dealt with pretty easily. At least I hope. Yeah. I mean, really the only way he would get it to hatch anyway would be if he were to, like, freeze or something like that, so. After it got nerfed, you don't have to worry about it too much anymore. I'm thinking about poisoning it. I mean, maybe I'll wait a little bit just in case he wants to mirror it. Nah, I'll do it now because even... Oh, wow, did he give up? I'm going to Battle Ram just in case he gave up, because I don't know what that was. Let's just go in. Oh, yeah, he gave up. How many people have given up this video? This is actually wild. Guess we'll end with this. Is this how PEKKA finished #1 last season? Too many people rage quit against it? Probably not, but wow, sure made it seem like it. But again, like with all these people giving up, we were clearly gonna win. That's why they gave up. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We lost to basically like a troll deck, but it happened to be very good against what we're running, so I don't mind too much. How many games did we play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 games this video, I think. Games went by really quickly, but just what happened, I guess. Normally I only play 5 games, but they went by so fast, so I did 6, but ended up being another rage quit or someone giving up. So that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did end up enjoying it. Make sure to like it if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. And let me know what you guys think about the editing now that the face cam is not as zoomed in and you guys can see the next card. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.